Hey, how we doing today? Uh, I said I was going to do some recording with JB last week of us going to pull our comics from the comic shop we go over to in next state over. I say it like it's very far away. It's like a 30-40 minute drive. We both and don't have a problem with long drives. We enjoy it actually. But doing that kind of made me want to make a small video about why, or rather, how I got into wanting to work out and stuff like that. And it just so happened to align with last week on the 7th was the year anniversary of Akira Toriyama's passing. For those of you who don't know who Akira Toriyama was, he wrote the Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z series. And I know he passed it on to one of his students for Super. But Dragon Ball Z is one of the things that influenced me and a lot of my friends to not only get into like anime and comics and stuff like that, but also influence us to get into the gym. Because back when we grew up, everyone knew that scene of Goku going Super Saiyan for the first time, coming out just looking swole. And he was a lot of like people's inspirations to get into working out. Sorry, my throat's a little dry. I've re-recorded this twice now, I think. Actually, speaking of anime, like this is a One Piece mug. Like Dragon Ball Z influenced a lot of things for a lot of people, and for me specifically. And just like anime comics, just kind of a lot of nerd stuff, which it helped me steer into the directions of other things. Like me and my friends, we go play D&D here and there. We go to cons. I know JB actually did a video of a con we went to back last month up in Birmingham. Again, a state away. Not too far though. But it was kind of something I've kind of want to talk about a little bit because I think I talked briefly about it in the first video I released about like some of my inspirations for doing the channel, and I kind of want to talk about a little bit about my inspirations for kind of what got me to want to do this kind of stuff. Like for instance, one of them I'm actually looking at right here, the absolute Batman unit of a guy. Me and my girlfriend, we said that we're gonna use this year to get into shape, and for Halloween, I'm gonna be the absolute Batman, and she is gonna be Catwoman. She might want to do this new the absolute Wonder Woman though, because she's pretty dope too. I've been checking in on their stories, but yeah. So these are just some of the comics. Yeah, horrible segue, by the way. But yeah, so that's kind of one of the inspirations that got me into working out. I'm supposed to be putting these in their sleeves as I talk to y'all. I'm a big Power Rangers fan. I grew up in the '90s. Power Rangers, like I probably should show the whole box. So when I first started collecting comics, late last year actually, this was the box I got. Like it has all like the original Rangers. You got the original five. Got Tommy on the end. Got their Zords on this side. I love this box, and I actually need another one because this box is getting kind of full. But yeah, I gotta pull everything out of here to get the sleeves. I put the sleeves on the bottom. If that's not the correct way to do this, somebody let me know. I've never collected comics until now. But comics and anime very much have been giant reasons why a lot of people I know who've wanted to get into fitness. There's a guy I follow on here. His YouTube channel's name, I think is like Goku Flex. I came across him because he was doing a video series with one of his friends, see Power Ranger stuff. It's all Power Rangers. That's what this whole side right here is, the straight Power Ranger comics. I'm playing catch up because I didn't know that they were doing. I knew they were doing Power Ranger comics, but I never thought about buying them until last year. But Goku Flex, I started following him for his channel because of he was doing a series with one of his friends called Buddha Broly. It was one of his friends, kind of on the chunkier side, like I am. Well, I'm a lot past where he is, and the whole thing was just like him getting swole, or him like doing weight loss. And that's a great example, in my opinion. Oh, they weren't that far down. These are my sleeves. They weren't. In my opinion, it was a great way to like. Anime's always been a great motivator. Like I cannot tell you the amount of like I have a folder on TikTok that is just anime edits. Like I didn't even watch Attack on Titan, but there's that edit of was it it's the sound of what's that guy's speech? I think it's talking about My Men Will Rage. When I used to go to the gym at like 5 o'clock in the morning, that would be playing blaring in my headphones either at the beginning, at the middle, or at the end of my workout. Because like at some point, it just hits a little different. Like Vegeta's, I have a speech from Vegeta he gives to Goku during the Battle of the Gods stuff, and it's part of my workouts. Like I will listen to like if my music's not hitting the right way, I will go and listen to like one of those anime speeches. There's an artist on YouTube actually. I found them through TikTok too. Love TikTok for the music. Like I found so many artists through TikTok, and I love it. I put that one in there backwards, Stasa. I know I did that one right. Did this one wrong. No, I didn't. I did it right. Sorry. His name's Dizzy8. He's a Christian rapper, and a lot of his music he draws inspiration from anime. And again, just absolutely love it. There, I enjoy 80% of, if not 90% of all his songs. Um, it's just, I guess, an example of just how far anime's influence has reached out and kind of stretched and touched different things. You can even see that in a lot of TV shows and stuff like growing up in the '90s, going back to Dragon Ball Z with Akira Toriyama. You can go and watch like can't say how many of us grew up watching like me and my friends grew up watching Kids Next Door. There's an episode in there where number 4 goes Super Saiyan. Like Dragon Ball Z had that effect with Super Saiyan where every show at some point always had a Dragon Ball Z like episode or transformation that's in some way mirrored Goku going Super Saiyan for that first time. And that's like Pokemon's another one. Pokemon hasn't really influenced me to do anything though, but not like Dragon Ball Z or the comics have. It's been an interesting thing to see just as I've gotten older, the influence that comics and anime and it's like just a growth of their popularity. Like I said last video, like that's now pop culture. When I was a kid, you didn't. I honestly feel blessed by where I grew up because the people I grew up around were all nerdy people when they were older. When I was coming up, like I remember riding the bus when I was a kid, and there were some of the kids. They were high schoolers playing Pokemon like on the Game Boys, the Game Boy Advanced at that, not the SP, the regular Advanced. In the back of the bus, trading Pokemon, and everybody else is like, "Oh, when you get in high school, you're gonna quit that. Like you're gonna grow out of that kind of stuff." I was watching them high schoolers back there cackling, having a good time, fighting each other on Pokemon, trading Pokemon and stuff like that. And because of that, it kind of did make me want to never lose that want to, or to not, I didn't care rather who knew I was nerdy anymore. Like it was kind of just me. And I knew I was always going to be like that. And here I am today. You see, I have a pile of comics. I have a box full of comics. I, there are comics, there are stacks of comics out of frame. I have an anime mug I drink my tea out of all day. Uh, I'm over there. You can't see it on camera, but I have a whole bookshelf that's full of nerdy stuff. Like I went on Etsy and found a, it's a Pokédex from the first 2 generations of Pokemon. It's like an anatomy book, and it's so cool. Like I think it's one of the awesomest. I think it's one of the coolest things I have because it's just like the amount of work somebody put into that. Like it has descriptions and everything. It has a lot going on with it. But yeah, comics. I'm gonna name this video "Comics and Inspiration." The comics and the inspiration they've given me over the years to do things. I know I've talked predominantly about anime, but that's like but that's because I've been watching a lot of anime recently, and I do have to catch up and read. I haven't read all what I have actually too. Like some of them are just one offs that I thought were really neat. Like my girlfriend actually bought me this one for Valentine's Day. Yeah, yeah. And some of them I just think are really neat, and I just like the artwork on them. Like, it's this one. Like, this is a Ninja Turtles and Naruto collab. I just thought that was when I saw it, I was like, I gotta grab that. It was too cool not to. But comics and anime have inspired me a lot into a lot of different facets of my life. Sorry for the long pause. Some really good tea. It's a vanilla spice tea. I know no one cares, but yeah, they've inspired me in a lot of different aspects in my life and a lot of different ways I to a certain degree do live my life. With the ways I kind of pursue problems or go about challenging issues, uh, it's I don't think I without Dragon Ball Z at the core of a lot of this. I know like Dragon Ball Z and comics, well, at the core of lessons that they've taught over the years through like their stories, I genuinely don't think I'd be the person I am without them because there's just so many storylines where you learn. Yeah, you learn a lot about the characters, but you also kind of start putting yourself in some of those positions. Like, what would you do? How would you act? And do those things, like, or and I say do those things, kind of change me in the sense of how I kind of want to go about things. Um, that's really it. I don't have much else for this video actually because there isn't. I just want to give you a little insight on my inspirations, and like I said, I want to do something nerdy, and I kind of want to put them together and talk about how these inspired me a little bit. That's all I got for you today. Like, subscribe, comment, come back for another one next week. Appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good one.